Greetings, wanderers. Today's topic is: do Americans work less than 8 hours a day? I've worked from home for 20 years now. I have due dates for projects, but as long as they get finished on time with quality work, I choose when I work for the most part. There are days I work 14 hours and others I work none at all. Why would someone downvote this? I'm sorry if your job is basically a Dougion. Depends where you work. 8 to 5, or equivalent, with a 1-hour lunch break has become much more common for office jobs. Has become? What are you talking about? This has been the norm for decades. It used to be 9 to 5 because you were paid during your lunch break. But the world is greedy, so that stopped. If life was truly fair, the transit time to work would be considered work time as well. It certainly isn't free time. Jobs act like lunch is unpaid because you can do what you want during that time, but I got fired from my last job for sleeping at my desk during lunch because it looks bad. Greedy bullshit is every job out there. There is a big divide in the US between those who are paid hourly and those on salary. For the hourly paid, every minute is measured and breaks are deducted. Shift times vary, but a 9 to 5 shift with a 30-minute lunch break would only pay 7.5 hours. For the salaried, their nominal hours are often 9 to 5, but they are measured by deliverables, and it's quite normal to be at your desk from 8:15 till 6 o'clock for no extra pay. For the salaried, it's also some days where you work from home, call into a meeting at 11 a.m. and do whatever you want the rest of the day because you're waiting on an email from someone else or the server is down or whatever. I work 8 to 430 with 30 minutes for lunch. I hate it. I work from home, and we are told to be available. I work on projects, so depending on the workload, I might grind a 10-hour day out, or I might go for a hike and not do shit. As long as no one calls my boss saying that I'm not doing my job, no one care. We have to self-report our time, and like 75% of the days I report 6 hours. Been doing that for 5 years and no one has said shit. 8 hours is pretty typical. I will add that in many cases there are government-mandated breaks during the workday that employers must allow. White-collar jobs, ESP. Anything in management are 50 to 60 hours per week, sometimes more. Yeah. I'm salaried and I need to work 50+ hours a week to complete my tasks. No extra pay for overtime, but my yearly bonus can be quite nice. We have 8 to 5 jobs, not 9 to 5. The extra hour is to account for our break time. I work 8 hours on average and receive 1 30-minute lunch and 2 paid 15-minute breaks. It depends on the company and state you work for, BTW. I work 12 hours a day. Or I should say, my shift is 12 hours. I usually end up working closer to 14. Salaried hours expectations range from 35 for the very lucky few, 40 for lots of mid-level positions, to 50-ish plus, which is the norm in my field, up through 80 for junior workers in areas like law and consulting. 9 to 5 used to refer to salaried work, and was common into the 60s and for some, beyond then. Now it tends to refer to hourly work, though it's an outdated idea. While lots of people do work those axe hours, 8 to 5, 7 to 3, etc. are all just as common and varies by workplace. As others have noted, the US has a huge service sector, so jobs are as likely to start at 6 a.m. or midday and run into the night. Government jobs and jobs in regulated shops, like union jobs, tend to be 40 hours. For the rest of us, it's all over the place. But very few people work less than 40 hours if they have full-time work, which is how we get health benefits unless we're poor. As far as management is concerned, I work over 8 hours a day. My projects get done. When my boss checks up on me, I look busy. We aren't going to look too far into this. I have worked at several jobs over the years, and so far, they have all been 8.5 hours at work. There are 2 coffee breaks, one halfway through the morning, and another halfway through the afternoon, and those are maybe 10 minutes and are paid time. The 30 minutes for lunch are not paid, so I am at work 8.5 hours and get paid for 8. I work from 8:30 to 5, with a 1-hour break, so 7.5 hours a day. But it will vary between different jobs. Some people work less, some much more.